Well, here's a bit of a risky vid today, because this is an actual news report from a real news group. Lots of quotes, but you know what? It's got to be done, because what I have to say is so special and important, and everyone should listen to me and care. No, wait, never mind. But you know what? It is important to point out when organisations that have a reasonably large audience and a responsibility not to spread BS pseudoscience put out this kind of crap. So I'm going to do it anyway. Wish me luck.
Welcome back to Good Day Stateline. We know Artie Artistry for their amazing lashes and makeup skills, but there's way more happening inside their spot at the Experience Salon, including ear candling. Let's take a look.
This is what I hate about this kind of stuff. The happiness. Sorry, the quote-unquote happiness. No one is that happy, especially not if they're at work. So I am immediately suspicious. If you're not going to be honest about that seething hatred and rage and disgust that we all feel all the time, how am I supposed to trust you to tell me the truth about anything? What do you mean you're not a bubbling cauldron of barely concealed murder explosion? Get out of my house, you weirdo. Can't trust people to not even try and kill you these days.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and we're at Artie Artistry today inside the Experience Salon, and Chantal is here, and she is going to do ear candling on me?
Ah, good old ear candling. That's a topic I've wanted to have a look into since the biggest butthole I have ever met told me about it, and I thought, you know what? If this guy thinks it's good, I would probably be better off setting my head on fire. Which, funnily enough, is actually pretty likely when you are ear candling, so best of both worlds, I guess. And that's a true story about my first hearing about it. I literally cannot stand the guy that told me. Although I haven't seen him in years, I do wonder how he's doing. Badly, I hope.
I've never done this. In fact, I've never seen it done, but I trust her a lot, so I'm going to let her do it.
Yes, trust me as I set fire to something and jam it in your ear. This is a very good decision. The best decision you have ever made. I wouldn't trust my mother to do that, and she's a giant mutant space crab. So, you know, obviously would be very good at it with those delicate, gigantic flailing claws.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
I have to lay down, right?
Yep,
okay.
lay down.
On my side?
You can
Or on my
lay
back?
like straight, but
Okay.
head to one side.
Yeah, just make sure you face away from your wallet pocket, because we're going to be stealing so much money from you. Oh, not via pickpocketing or anything like that. Just, well, this is a scam. So, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter which way you're facing.
I'll just look right at the camera then. I'm trusting her with all my hair, really. I don't care as much about my ear. Just don't burn my hair up.
I mean, obviously. What are you going to do if she burns your hair? Grow it back? I don't think that's how that works. Ears, on the other hand. I mean, who among us doesn't have an excess ear growth all over their body? Wait, just me again? What is it with all the strange people in my audience today? And obviously, it's because there's something wrong with them. Couldn't possibly be me. Me and all my very normal amount of extra ears are perfect.
I'm gonna put a towel right here so I don't burn your hair.
Okay, good.
Ah, towels, the least flammable of all the linens. That's what firefighters' uniforms are made from, as fire cannot penetrate the soft, fibrous goodness. They are also bulletproof, bomb-proof, and are impervious to all forms of sarcasm.
All right.
So talk us through what we're doing.
Yeah, so what we do is we are going to light the tip of this on fire.
And then I light me and you on fire, and whoever burns to death last wins. Hell, I would watch that game show. I mean, scientific experiment. Definitely not planning on pitching a show where I scream, "You win!" at a charred corpse all day to a network. Although, The Price is Right does already exist, so maybe I won't bother.
And then we are going to slide it right in there. And make sure it's nice and comfortable. Is that comfortable?
Look, she's smiling because of aforementioned TV fakery, but the true answer is, what the hell do you think? I have a pigging lit candle in my ear. You better pull that out before it gets anywhere near my face, which means pull it out right now, god damn it. Although she's not going to say that, because she got bills to pay, son.
Sure. Sounds like,
As comfortable as it can be, right?
sounds like there's a firework in my ear.
Yep, you'll hear some like crackling in there. And so basically what it does, it just burns down and the heat kind of creates a vacuum and all the earwax will go up.
No, it won't. First off, if it created a vacuum, earwax wouldn't go anywhere because a vacuum doesn't imply movement. And your eardrum would likely get damaged / just plain rupture. What you probably mean is it creates suction, which, no, not really. Certainly not enough to pull sticky earwax out of your ear. Because that's not how anything works. In fact, it's been known to deposit material in people's ears, which is really bad. But we will get into that in a bit.
So at the end, you can open it up and see all the earwax.
So let me just get this straight. If I take a tube of wax and burn it, I will find waxy residue inside the tube afterwards. No, never. That's not how wax works. When you burn wax, it evaporates into the ether, where the internet comes from. And certainly doesn't drip down into the candle itself. And certainly doesn't do the exact same thing regardless of if you put it into someone's ear or not. Oh wait, that's exactly what it does, as has been demonstrated countless times by half of the goddamn internet.
It's pretty gross, but it's cool at the same time.
So why would somebody want to get this done?
If your answer isn't because their dumbass mates convinced them that it totally works and or their therapy quack advised them to do it, I'm going to be very disappointed with you, Chantel, if that is your real name. I mean, I can't see why it wouldn't be, but, you know, you got to check these things.
It really helps with like sinus pressure, earwax buildup, swimmer's ear, ringing of the ear, and it just makes you feel better. Makes you feel more clean.
No, and no. And the last two are completely subjective, so maybe? But that doesn't mean it did anything. In fact, as I alluded to earlier, instead of removing anything from your ears, those candles in fact pump smoke into them and can leave ashy residue and possibly even extra wax inside your ear on top of the wax it already does not remove. And that's a wonderful way to get yourself a nice ear infection. You know, those things that usually suck so goddamn hard, which funnily enough is the opposite of what ear candles actually do.
That's good. I always have a headache pretty much all the time.
Yep, it helps with headaches, especially this time of year with the sinus pressure. It really helps with that.
I would absolutely love to see your data on that, and I hope that that's not just your mates / clients who have convinced themselves it works because they like you for some reason and cognitive dissonance. Of course, I know that's exactly why she thinks it works, but here's a fun before and after shot of an ear candling victim, I mean client, and would you look at that? It's like it did Sweet F.A. Except, what's that? Oh, a little bit of bonus garbage. I am the surprise. Also, the headaches thing, yeah, I get them too. It's because of all the empty space in my head. I just fill it with packing peanuts.
So how did you learn how to do this?
Just randomly, honestly.
Wow, that fills me right up to the packing peanuts with confidence. You just learned this definitely helpful and totally not complete BS technique just randomly. As we all know, medical procedures are things you learn from the back of cereal boxes. That's how I learned heart surgery. Now I have loads of hearts. That's why my heartbeat sounds like applause.
I just like watched videos. I'm like, this is pretty cool, and I read about it, and I thought it could be really beneficial.
And most importantly, easy. That's the wonderful thing about Woo. It's always so bleeding easy. You don't have to be trained. You don't actually have to know anything about the human body. You just read 2 articles on the internet and you are good to go as an expert. Setting fire to people's heads with what is effectively a fuse.
So how often does someone need to get their ear candled?
Ooh, I can answer that. If we determine that someone's ears have earwax in them and it grows at a rate of 10 to the 37th power divided by -1 plus the length of my PP squared and, sorry, what the hell was I talking about? I was pretending to know the maths and now I've just forgotten where I am and what I'm doing. But for some reason, all I can think of is the word never. I have no idea why.
Probably like once every 6 weeks.
Okay.
Just to keep it clear.
You know, aside from the fact that it literally doesn't do that and can in fact be dangerous. But you know, do it every 6 weeks. And I am not hugely biased in favour of you doing this stupid thing regularly or anything. No. Anyway, who's paying me for this session?
Do you get this done, or you've had it done before?
I've had it done before and I loved it.
You just can't do it to yourself because it's
you'll burn
dangerous.
yourself. Don't do that.
Don't look that hard. And you know that I have a fantastic track record with fire. Wait, I didn't even light the candle yet.
But everyone else can come have Chantel do it.
Yep.
So what's going on up there? Because I'm not opening my eyes.
Fire, ba-da-ba, to destroy your ears. It brings a whole new meaning to your ears are burning, though, so I do like that. But yeah, no one should have Chantel, real name to be confirmed, do that, because they shouldn't do this at all. It does nothing at best and actively harms you at worst. But you know, you might feel like it helped. And what's more important in medical science than feelings? Well, I guess they're kind of important in psychology, but shut up.
So it's just like a little flame and then I trim it when it gets a little too crazy up there so it doesn't ash on you.
You know, if someone tells me that my head fuse has a crazy flame on it, I think I would just be out of there like some mad bugger had stuck a lit candle in my ear, except this candle dribbles down the middle directly into my ear, so it's so much worse. I cannot get over just how frigging bad an idea this is. People, look after your goddamn ears. And if you have a problem with them, don't get, what is this place, a health spa? Don't get some health spa worker of indeterminate name to set fire to things and stick them into your head. Go to an otorhinolaryngologist. And if I pronounce that right, you all owe me. I don't know what, but something. Anyway, yeah, go to an ear, nose and throat specialist with a medical degree and not some dib-dab who spent 5 minutes reading about it on the internet.
But it takes about 15 minutes for it to burn all the way. And you want to stop about right there. I know you can't see, but
Okay.
about a quarter of a way down.
Why don't you stop now? Save everyone 15 minutes and don't put this poor girl's hearing at risk. That's my vote. Do I get a vote? Or is your broadcast company some kind of dictatorship? Democracy in television! Although by democracy, I mean make me the dictator of television. I have many plans, all of them involving fire, but none of them involving sticking a road flare in your lug hole. Although, now that I say that out loud, that sounds like a fantastic idea.
Does my head look like a birthday cake?
Hey, none of that. I'm the funny one here, I think. Although, I hope that's at least somewhat indicative of how seriously she takes this whole thing. Which in some ways, I'm like, good, screw the nonsense. But let's be frank, she's still promoting this garbage, and that's not cool. And she doesn't get to be funny about it. Especially not when she looks like an Olympic torchbearer, got really drunk and forgot how to hold the bloody thing.
Kind of. Looks like you just have a big old candle.
It's so weird. I can't wait to see it.
Can you feel anything?
I mean, I can feel something in my ear. But I can't really feel anything like sucking.
Weird that. Almost like it's doing absolutely frigging nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really feel
Okay.
anything. It's just more satisfying at the end when you can open it up and see all that earwax in your ear.
Did you just admit that this doesn't fecking work? God damn it, that's so much more infuriating. At least if you were in denial, you would have some excuse for this. But no, you feel the satisfaction when you see the quote-unquote, and I mean really big quote, BT dubs, earwax. Because the bloody candles don't do anything. Obviously.
I'm actually really excited for that. So obviously you can get this service done here at RD Artistry.
Yep, we charge $25. Like I said, it's good to get it done like once every 6 weeks.
$25 for 15 minutes. That's like $100 an hour if you pack 'em in. Damn it, why do my principles stop me from making money tricking idiots into doing pointless nonsense? Damn my completely irrational love for humanity and handsomeness.
That's a pretty reasonable price for any sort of service, especially when you literally cannot do this to yourself.
Yes, do not attempt this at home.
A, no, it's not a good deal for a service that literally does sweet FA. And B, not that I think you should in any way, shape or form do this, but of course you could do it at home. All you need is like one friend with 15 minutes of free time. Oh, I just realised one friend. That is asking a bit much. I mean, if I don't have any friends, no one else has, right?
Who invented ear candling, Chantel?
I know. I don't know where this came from, but I love it.
I love it. I love all the money it makes for me having to do something that requires literally no skill beyond being able to light a match and to talk BS. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I also enjoy the fact that you know basically nothing about it either.
Kind of smells like burgers.
Don't want to eat these.
Talking from experience, aren't we, ear candler with no name? Well, at least we've learned something. Don't eat candles. Pfft. Well, that's dinner completely ruined for the kids today. What am I supposed to feed them? Food? I can't afford that.
I just cut it open. You had a lot in there.
Oh, we're done?
Yep, we're done.
I seriously thought there was going to be some sort of heat, involved. No heat.
Skipping ahead because I am sick of the waffle and we gotta get to the money shot.
Okay, so we get to see. Ew, what? That's so gross, Chantel. All that brown stuff?
That's all earwax.
That's
Even come out of the tip
so
there.
gross.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? My brain?
Yep. That's all earwax.
Absolutely, positively incorrect. That's burnt ear candle wax. Nothing more, nothing less. And let me tell you a little secret about ear candling. If it worked, they wouldn't show you what was inside of that. It's basically a magic trick. The trick being separating credulous idiots from their money. And shame for spreading this horse shit like it's something that benefits anyone but the people peddling it. All you had to do was minutes of research to find out that this was yet more dangerous nonsense. But you either didn't bother, or more likely, didn't care what you found. So you could get some ridiculous feel-good segment in your show. Hell, considering the, ooh, $25 is a good price, I wouldn't be surprised if this was paid promotion. Not cool, traditional television. Sort your crap out. That's why my heartbeat sounds like machine gun fire. That's why my heartbeat sounds like bongos. Why, hello there, you terrible people. The best kind of people. It's me, Sir Sick. Could you not tell? I just wanted to remind you all to subscribe, push the bell icon, and to check out my various social media things for other equally pointless content. And more importantly, to make sure that you know when a video comes out. Recently, it seems YouTube doesn't want you to know because I am so handsome, famous, and good at the sex, and they are jealous, obviously. It really helps me out if you do, and apparently, if you are notification belled up, they have reset it or something, so check them settings to make sure you're getting what you're supposed to. Hopefully, we can get my numbers back up, because my self-worth is directly related to how many internet people show up on my videos. I'm sure that's completely healthy, right? Also, don't forget to panic buy Sick Brand merch, and don't forget to panic crowd support the channel. Thanks very much.